Hi everyone, Brie here with the Lake Life Realty team, and for my Monday Live today, I'm here to update you on the Lake Winnipesaukee waterfront market. For this report, this information is all pulled from our MLS system, and for the report, I am solely talking about Lake Winnipesaukee privately owned single-family residential properties. So for my report this month, the blog is going out shortly after this live. Just wanted to touch on what we saw last month. So last month we only saw 4 properties close that were privately owned waterfront on Lake Winnipesaukee. One of them in particular, the highest price one, was on the longest. They started back in February of 2019 trying to sell 19 Sawyer Point Road in Tuftonboro. This is in 20 Mile Bay and was a beautiful log-sided home with a 2-bay boathouse, an outdoor in-ground pool as well. When they started in 2019, they were just under 3.7 mark, so they listed at $3,675,000. Finally went under contract this year. When they were going under contract, the asking price at that point was $3,495,000, so 3.5, and it ended up closing for $3,250,000. So all in all, that finally closed out after a whopping 729 days on the market. So very excited for those new homeowners. I'm sure the sellers are very happy that it finally sold. So that number you'll see on the blog definitely skews the days on market that we've typically been reporting. Also skews it is that there was only 4 sales. Another one that had been on the second longest was over off of Wentworth in Laconia. That was on the market for 330 days. Interestingly enough, this property, even though it had almost been on for an entire year, sold for what it was asking for, its full asking price, and that was number 191. So just an interesting gauge on that. But the fastest that went under contract last month, and well, that closed last month, was over in Alton, 86 Smith Point Road. This was a really cool property. It wasn't on long. I wasn't surprised. Really unique though in its own way. It had a 5-bay boathouse. Five different bays, 5 different overhead doors. And it also had different buildings. So it was a 3-bed, 3-bath home. It also had this massive indoor in-ground pool, like this whole barn. They have a lot of garage space as well. So this was a perfect property for someone who has hobbies and loves to entertain and has a lot of boats. So that property was sold for $42,500 over asking. And yeah, that was just under the $2 million mark. So really cool property, didn't last long. Hopefully that guy's got a lot of boats that he can fill in all those boat bays there. So all in all, the market, only 4 closings last month. Not much to say for any new inventory. Currently, right now, there are 15 properties available for purchase on Lake Winnipesaukee that are privately owned waterfronts. 3 of those are islands, and 9 are over $2 million for their asking price. 21 properties are under contract as of today when I just pulled this report for single-family residential waterfront owned properties. And I want to touch on an interesting one that just came on the market over the weekend that has created a lot of buzz. This property is located in Meredith off of Old Hubbard, and they had just purchased this property back in the fall. So back in the fall, this property was purchased for $1,260,000, $65,000. So 15 over what they were asking for in the fall. They were asking 125. Now they have listed it at 1895. From what I can tell, the seller now is a local builder, and he does have permits in place that he can build up to a 6,000 square foot home, and has all the permits to start that, and is happy to build that as well. That's not what the purchase price is for. Purchase price was what is there now, which is the 4-bed, 4-bath cottage, and it's been used as a rental. It was used as a rental before this gentleman bought it, and continue to be used as a rental now. From what I can tell, they did a beautiful job staging, painting. I'm not sure if they did any other renovations for bathroom and other work. I didn't see that noted on the disclosure. But for that big of price increase, we'll see what happens on the market and how they respond to that. I have seen many properties just like this that sold and did increase the price and did, minimal as terms of, the investment, and had this big of a difference from when they bought it to when they relisted it, and it still sold for what they're asking for now. So stay tuned on that property. I'm very curious to see what happens with it. They just opened up showings yesterday, so we'll see. It's a beautiful spot on the water. You got southwest views, lots of afternoon sun, gorgeous water, great docking. So someone could buy it for themselves or continue as a rental. It's a great rental investment too. Other things for the market, there's two. So of the 15 properties that are active on the market for private owned waterfront, two are located on Governor's Island. One, interestingly, and some people have been calling and asking questions about it, is on Broadview Terrace on Governor's Island. It is listed right now for a to be built property, just under $6 million. This would be a 6,000 square foot, 5-bed, 6-bath home. It's on 1.1 acres, and this would also include a carriage house to be built. It's currently still pending in the MLS for what the current seller of the 6 mil price is, at an asking price of 2.3. So right now, if you pulled up 8 Broadview Terrace, you would see 2 listings. One is under contract, and the asking price of that was 2.3, and then the new construction at 6 mil. So we'll see, when that closes out, what the land was closed out for, and then see if anyone's interested in having this builder build a beautiful house on Governor's Island. Other than that, pulling from MLS for Q1, since we just wrapped up Q1, 23 properties were listed for Lake Winnipesaukee single-family residential waterfronts. So 23, and 14 had closed. Not of those 23, just 14 had closed overall for the first quarter there. That totaled just over 21 million in sold volume for the lake, and we are still very eager and excited for the weather to as it's changing. Things are greening up, and hopeful that more will continue to come on. We have seen even more come on than we are used to, so that is promising and exciting, and hopefully that will continue. By no means do I think it is going to balance out the market where it is, where there's just so many buyers. Even if we get that influx, it will be beneficial, to help buyers find these lake houses that they're looking for. But at the same time, it's so out of balance that it's going to be a bit before that demand changes, before seller market changes. But we're very excited for what the spring and summer will bring. And if you have any questions, please let us know. We're excited for some more properties to come on this week, so stay tuned for those. And if there's anyone who's just interested in value, where this crazy market is, how it's changed your pricing, even if you just bought, you may be very well surprised if you just bought, what you could get from a quick turnaround in your return. So thanks everyone for tuning in. If you have any questions, let me know, and hopefully I'll see people here tomorrow, 11 to 2. We have our food truck. Rory Black is here, and there is a post about what kind of food you can expect from him here at our office in Molten Borough tomorrow. All right, thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.